Have you ever noticed how tired you are? How there's always something new to watch, to scroll, to eat, to buy. Meanwhile, prices rise, debt grows, and the dream of stability slips further away. This isn't just modern life, it's designed. Welcome to the Great Distraction, a system built to entertain you while it empties your wallet and steals your attention. In today's world, we are drowning in content, infinite scrolling, 24-hour news, games, food delivery, streaming, social media. 9 to 5s are becoming 8 to 8s, and all of it is seemingly harmless. But when you step back, you start to ask, what's really going on while we're all distracted? Because beneath the noise, something darker is happening. Inflation is quietly stealing your income, taxes rise, debt explodes, and jobs, they pay less but demand more. The Great Distraction isn't a conspiracy theory, it's an economic reality wrapped in Wi-Fi, work weeks, and dopamine hits. The system has realised something. A distracted person is a profitable person. You're more likely to impulse spend when you're tired, overstimulated, or emotional. You're easier to market to when you're doom scrolling. You're easier to tax when you're busy trying to make rent. Big tech, fast food, and entertainment aren't just selling you a product, they're feeding a cycle of stimulation and exhaustion. A tired mind doesn't question, a distracted person doesn't organise. Now, while you're distracted, this is what's really happening. Inflation. Even when it's cooling, it's cumulative. That £3.50 coffee, it was £2.20 just a few years ago. Wages, stagnant for decades when adjusted for inflation. You're working more but not earning more. Consumer debt. Credit card debt in the UK and the US is at record highs. Buy now, pay later isn't innovation, it's desperation. Housing has been priced out of reach. Home ownership is no longer a dream, it's a myth for many under 35. Savings. 60% of people in developed nations can't cover an emergency expense over £500 without borrowing. You aren't bad with money, the game is rigged. The modern work cycle is structured to exhaust you. You're either at work, recovering from work, or worrying about work. Your downtime filled with content engineered for engagement, not growth. Even your meals are designed for speed and sedation, high sugar, high fat, low nutrient, perfect for people with no time and no energy to cook. Social media offers validation, but also comparison, distraction, but not connection. This isn't a glitch in the system, this is the system. And the chilling truth is, we are not meant to notice the cracks. The wealth gap is wider than it was during the Gilded Age. Billionaires grow richer by billions during crisis, and while workers lose jobs and pensions. Climate breakdown is accelerating. Governments host summits, but the average citizen is told to recycle more. And AI threatens to eliminate millions of jobs with little discussion on universal basic income or safety nets. The system keeps you busy so you don't ask the biggest question. Is any of this actually working? We often think of school as a neutral good, preparing us for life, but is that really what it does? Modern education systems were designed during the Industrial Revolution, not to encourage critical thinking, but to produce obedient workers. Memorization over curiosity, standardized texts over creative problem solving. You're taught how to follow and not how to question. By the time you graduate, most people are conditioned to comply, ready to slot into a job, take orders, and fear being different. Ever wonder why every election feels like a circus? Headlines scream left versus right, red versus blue. But behind the noise, the policies barely change. Billionaires keep winning, wages keep stagnating, and public services keep crumbling. It's not a war of ideas, it's content. Politics has become entertainment, bread and circuses for the masses. You tune in, you argue, you vote, then you go back to work while the system remains unchanged. Once upon a time, companies sold you products. Now they sell you identity. Nike doesn't just sell shoes, they sell purpose. Apple doesn't sell tech, they sell status. Even fast food chains are now marketing ethics and lifestyle. You aren't just a consumer anymore, you're the product. Your data, your habits, your attention, everything is monetized. You're being encouraged to express yourself through brands, not through ideas or real world action. And now that system that has exhausted you, it offers you the cure for a price. Courses, coaching, biohacking, rise and grind influencers, all telling you to fix yourself, not the system. You're taught to optimizing your morning routine, not question why you have to wake up at 5 a.m. to have a peaceful hour before chaos. It's the ultimate gaslight. You are the problem, not rent, not stagnant wages, not debt, you. In the end, distraction is power. If they keep you scrolling, working, spending, and fighting, they'll never have to explain why nothing ever truly gets better. This system thrives on your attention, so take it back, turn it off, look around, and ask, what are they hiding behind the noise?